One of the Remnant 2 developers hinted at a brand new weapon with a new mod coming to the game very soon, but I'll tell you more about that after this new indestructible melee build that you should all try out. It can be really hard to get a strong melee build, as most builds work around ranged damage, but this is the best melee build I've seen, and it hits harder and survives almost everything, especially when compared to the others. You'll look a bit crazy standing inside your fire tornado, swinging your stonebreaker around, but that fire tornado is essential and acts like your bodyguard in this build. As you can see here, I'm playing on Apocalypse difficulty, and I'm able to tank everything the Ravager throws at me. I even make a lot of mistakes, but luckily the build is very forgiving and allows me to easily survive those mistakes. Most tank builds drag boss fights on for a long time and become quite boring because of your low DPS. But thankfully this build gives you still a high DPS and you can kill big bosses in well under 5 minutes. I'll get into the full build and the method to use in just a second, but the main thing to know is you need the Stonebreaker melee weapon for its highest base damage, and you need to be doing charged melee attacks to activate your Steadfast Mutator. Even the bosses with well-known one-hit kill attacks are still fairly easy to tank, and you'll be melting away their health. With every hit you take, you'll be getting even stronger and stronger. This is the main build that I'm using. Our main aim here is higher damage reduction through armor and the max 5 stacks of bulwark, and a massive amount of lifesteal to keep topping up our health with every swing. The hardcore metal band gives me 1 stack of bulwark each hit I take, with a max of 5 stacks. Even standing in your fire tornado will stack this up. The Leto's armor is important for damage reduction, and therefore the bright steel ring to allow the rolling, as flopping everywhere gets really old really quickly. Dying Ember gives 5% base melee as lifesteal, and that's why we want the Stonebreaker melee weapon, as it will not only do high damage, but gives us the most health back. This, with the 1.5% plus from the Decayed Margin amulet and the 3% from the Siphoner, will give us full health with 2 swings in most cases. The weapon choice is your personal preference, but we obviously need Firestorm and the Song of Aether as mods. The Song of Aether reduces damage received by 15%, which is massive for our survivability. Most of the time I don't need my relic, but I really like the Void Heart if I'm ever in a pinch. Now the order is fairly simple. I start with Song of Aether mod to slow the boss down, then pop the Engineer Flame Turret, and then Firestorm. Then the Challenger's Juggernaut skill, and that's basically it. Just make sure you're always doing charged melee attacks to activate the Steadfast Mutator to drastically decrease the damage you receive, and try to keep the boss inside your Firestorm, as it does good damage to the boss and adds the stacks of your bulwark thanks to the hardcore metal band. And because we have all 10 points in the Arcane Strike trait, our melee hits will be recharging our mods very quickly so you can keep popping them. Also, don't forget the Kinship trait, otherwise you'll burn yourself alive in your own tornado. That's not very good. This also works really well to hit those really annoying little rolly spiky ball enemies. You won't usually take any damage and you can send them back to where they came from. And lastly, you can pick if you want Engineer or Challenger as your prime archetype. If you want a second chance, if you go down, that's what I do, go with Challenger, otherwise get some more damage from your Engineer. Now for the new weapon and mod leaks. Ben, who also goes by the name of Tragic Ben, is a Remnant 2 developer, and he recently made an online post about a precision gun that has a mod that auto-reloads your gun if you hit the entire magazine as weak spots. I've put up the screenshot so you can see for yourself. It sounds like it'll be perfect for a hunter build, but I can't wait for more information. What do you think we may be getting? Do you think it'll be coming with the next DLC, or hopefully earlier? That's all the information I have right now, but if I hear more, I will let you know. I hope you enjoyed the build and the news of new weapons and mods coming soon. I'll play a full unedited fight with the Ravager so you can see the build all working in real time. If you have any questions about the build or have more information on the new weapons or mods, please let me know in the comments below. Thanks!